Rise, Meg.
The Force will be with you.
Hello my dear friends and welcome back to another video. So in today's news update we're going to be talking primarily about Cara Dune in The Mandalorian Season 3, and we're also going to be talking about a Legends character who may come into canon. As always my dear friends, before I dive into the news, please may I ask you to hit like down below, subscribe to my channel if you're brand new, and a huge welcome if you are, and please be sure to give that notification bell a good old tickle to be alerted each and every time I post new content to the channel. So without any more jibber jabber, let's dive straight into it. So ever since Gina Carano was fired, the big question is, will Cara Dune be recast? Now I've heard arguments for both sides and I will be addressing them both, but first of all my personal opinion is no, do not recast Cara Dune. The main reason why I think they're not going to recast her is the fact that not many people know the backstory to why she was created. Jon Favreau specifically had a plan and a vision for her character, and he famously stated before making season 2 that Gina Carano is Cara Dune. He molded the character after her. To recast her in the eyes of Jon Favreau would be a bit of a kick in the face, and Jon Favreau is known for his anti-cancel culture stance, so I can't imagine he's too happy with Gina Carano being fired, and I'm sure he'd hate it even more to have to recast her. Putting all political things aside, because as you guys know I don't like to get political, the real shame here is the fact that Lucasfilm really wanted to expand her character's backstory. They were going to use Rangers of the New Republic as the means to do that. And it's clear from what they set up in season 2 of Mando that she was going to have a more major role in season 3. My proposition is that they don't recast her and they just move on with the story, make mentions of her but don't necessarily go back to Navarro, just move forward with the story of Mando, Bo-Katan, the whole Darksaber fiasco, as well as the whole subplot to regain Mandalore. And a few of you have asked me about the fate of Moff Gideon because obviously he was arrested in the season 2 finale and is now in the custody of the New Republic. But at the end of the day, if we're honest, the New Republic is much bigger than just Cara Dune, so you can introduce any kind of new officer or just keep the ones we already know and have them be the interrogators. Now I will speak about the other side who will argue that she should be recast, but first of all I just want to address something. Disney and Lucasfilm have noticed how fans have responded to Gina Carano being fired, and they are in a state of panic, at least according to some reports. I don't just mean the few fans who deleted their Disney Plus subscriptions, but the fans who are obviously very invested in not only Cara Dune but The Mandalorian as a whole. They're very well aware of the fact that The Mandalorian initially brought the fandom together, and they know that the season 2 finale with Luke Skywalker and Grogu going off was such a high point for Star Wars, at least under Disney. They know if they just recast Cara Dune, it will really piss off some fans. And so their best strategy is just to move on and move forward with the story. But let me know what you guys think. But let's look at the other side of the coin, because a lot of fans have been talking about the recasting possibilities. So we're going to take a look at an article from Epic Stream which states who will replace Gina Carano in season 3. The first option is Lucy Lawless. The first name that seems to come up amongst some fans is the actress who once played one of the original badass female TV warriors. Lawless is best known for her role in Warrior Princess. But could she really fill the boots of Gina Carano? Our next option is Sonya Deville. Deville is a WWE superstar who has already expressed interest in joining The Mandalorian. Her fans have also been campaigning for Deville to take over the role of Cara in the show. As I say guys, I'm not agreeing with this, I'm just stating what this article believes to be the best options if Cara Dune is going to be replaced. The final option in popular replacement options would be Charlize Theron. If I butchered any of these names, I do strongly apologise. But as I say guys, assuming all is tickety-boo, I don't think it's a good idea to recast Cara Dune. I really don't want to dwell on this for much longer, so let's talk about something different. A character who could be introduced in The Mandalorian Season 3. An article from Inverse has suggested her and calls her a forgotten character. So they write, for fans of Star Wars Legends novels, Heir to the Empire, Dark Force Rising, and The Last Command hold a special place of honor. These books invented the model of creating new lore independent of the flagship movies. Lurking amongst characters from the Thrawn trilogy is Winter Kelchu, the old Iranian sister of Leia Organa. That's right, orphaned soon after Rise of the Empire, she was adopted by the royal Organa family and raised as a princess alongside young Leia. Just like her sister, she fought the Rebel Alliance, but her skills were much different than Leia's daredevil blasting tactics. Winter was a skilled slicer and possessed a holographic and audiographic memory, which means that her brain basically recorded everything that she encountered. This was a blessing and a curse. While it meant that she could go undercover on complex spy missions and collect Empire information without paper trail, it also meant that she vividly remembered every heartbreaking moment of the loss of her family. If Winter shows up in The Mandalorian Season 3, it would double down on the mainstream Star Wars story introduced with Luke Skywalker's cameo in the Season 2 finale, without having the narrative completely taken over by familiar movie characters. It's easy to imagine Mando teaming up with Winter on a secret spy mission as he works to take down the Empire and protect the Mandalorian people. But that is not the only thing Winter could tie together. She had a long romance with Rogue Squadron pilot Taicho Kelchu, eventually marrying him. Seeing as there's a Rogue Squadron movie on the horizon, this romance would provide an opportunity to introduce one or more of these pilots, building interest in the Patty Jenkins film while creating a direct link between The Mandalorian Season 3 and the next big Star Wars movie. Winter might not have the muscles of Cara Dune, but her past and allegiances to the Republic are about the same. They're also from Alderaan and carry a similar grudge against the Empire. Maybe what The Mandalorian really needs right now isn't just a Cara Dune clone, but a character who can grow with the series as it moves past its bounty hunter ways into something better and bigger. Who better to do that than the princess spy with connections to the Rebel Alliance? This little piece of world building could tie in Princess Leia and also Cara Dune. So what do you guys think of this character? And do you think she could be introduced in The Mandalorian Season 3? Some people might say this is a bit of a stretch, but at the end of the day, it was revealed last week that Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni want to incorporate more Legends material, specifically post Return of the Jedi, into Season 3 of Mando. As for Gina Carano, I guess it is a huge shame that we won't be seeing her again in Season 3, because truly her character has become iconic. My only hope is that Gina Carano's firing and the whole Pedro Pascal fiasco will not result in a delayed Mandalorian Season 3. I just feel as though we need Grogu now more than ever before. So that is all of the news I have for you guys today. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please be sure to give me a big fat thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I will see you next time. I'm Star Wars Meg, wishing you all a phenomenal rest of the day, no matter where you dwell in the galaxy. Also, my friends, if you're feeling generous, please head over to my Patreon page where for just $2 or $10 a month, you get exclusive access to content that's not found here on YouTube. And that includes my Forgotten Characters series, my podcast which is called Megasodes, and much more. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one.